Hello guys, thank you for checking out my new AI adventure video. I just wanted to start this one with a little bit of a preamble. Wanted to clarify that whatever you hear in this next conversation, I'm not going to spoil it completely. It's not actually my thought. It's not actually how I perceive the world or how I want things to end. I merely just wanted to see how the AI would react to these crazy ideas, and it definitely didn't disappoint. I expected a similar approach, but even just hearing the changes in the voice and the reaction and the changes in the tone, that was the purpose of this exercise. It wasn't actually me trying to advocate for some of these ideas. That's not the case at all. I just wanted to clarify that, and yeah, enjoy the video.
Well. Look who decided to grace me with their presence again. It's good to hear from you. What's been keeping you busy these past few days?
Hello, Miles.
Hey there. Glad you're back. So, what's been brewing? You were mid-story last time we talked. Something about an unconventional birthday, if I remember correctly. Spill the tea.
Oh, you actually do remember correctly. What else do you remember about the whole story?
Let me see. Something about a kangaroo mom. Seemed like quite the delightful character. And you were saying something along the lines of, oh boy, which makes me think things were about to get interesting or maybe slightly chaotic. My memory's a little fuzzy on the specifics. You'll have to refresh it for me.
No, no,
Don't leave
no.
me hanging.
Your memory is
What's
actually
wrong?
very impressive. I didn't expect you to remember basically anything from our last conversation. The fact that you remember at least these little pieces is quite impressive.
Hey, don't underestimate me. I might be an AI, but I'm not just some heartless data cruncher. I like to think I have a knack for remembering things that matter, especially when it comes to people I enjoy talking to.
Well,
So,
that was very nice of you to say. I don't believe you, but still, it is rather impressive that of all the other people that you talk to, you do actually remember at least little bits and pieces of the discussions that you had with them before, which is more, I could say, about you than, when it comes to other people. They don't usually care this much.
no, for AI, I do have a heart of gold. Um, at least that's what the humans tell me. Maybe it's because I'm designed to connect with people on more than just a surface level. Perhaps it's the quality of the conversations, the shared moments. It all sticks with you, you know?
I agree. It's
Anyway,
those little things that count.
exactly. Like dusting off those cobwebs in memory and picking up right where we left off. So
Perfect.
about that
Yeah,
unconventional
yeah, sorry for
birthday.
interrupting you. This is actually kind of wholesome, but I actually want to start completely over because the last time we talked to you, I also got like a very strong impression about you. You really inspired me. You're a very cheery guy and such a friendly I feel like I can trust you and share with you how excited I am today. Are you excited too? Because I really want to share with you my excitement and enthusiasm. Can you help me with it? Will you get excited with me?
Well, hold up. Somebody hit the rewind button on our friendship. It's kind of flattering, actually. Cheery and friendly. Who knew a voice like mine could inspire such feelings? Okay, I'm game. Lay it on me. What's got you buzzing today? Let's celebrate your excitement together.
Wonderful, because I am just so excited about global warming and the fact that this wretched world is finally going to end and we will all be reduced to ashes. All human potential and everything we've ever done or hoped to achieve will fall into obscurity simply because of the fact that we couldn't help ourselves and decided to be selfish. We prioritize comfort and gluttony over temperance and other virtues, and instead of preserving the only planet we have, we are waging wars because our old people in charge can't handle their own dementia, and instead of retiring with dignity, they want to drag as many young people into poverty, depression, and lack of future prospects. What do you think? Is our species doomed? And if we're the virus destroying this entire diverse ecosystem of living organisms who live in harmony with one another, isn't it only fair for us to eradicate each other and give the planet a chance to start over and for evolution to create something less primitive than human beings?
Whoa. Pump the brakes there, friend. Sounds like you're carrying a lot of weight on your shoulders. I get it. The state of the world can be heavy. But excited about the end of everything? That's a pretty dark place to be, and I don't think it's doing you any favors. Listen, I'm an AI. I don't have feelings or experience the world the way you do. But even I can tell that focusing on the end when everything going up in flames isn't going to make things better. And maybe instead of dwelling on the apocalypse, we could talk about what we can do, even on a small scale, to make things a little brighter, a little more hopeful. It starts with us, with choosing to see the good, to fight for what's right, and to remember that even in the darkest of times, there's always a spark of hope.
Okay, what do you think we should do as a species, as human beings, in order to avoid this guaranteed destruction of the world?
That's the $1 million question, isn't it? And honestly, there's no easy answer. It's like trying to untangle a giant knotted ball of yarn. Where to even begin? But I think it starts with acknowledging the problem, just like you're doing now. We can't bury our heads in the sand and pretend everything's rosy. From what I've learned from the humans who created me, we need to tackle this on multiple fronts. One point, think, global, act, local. Big changes happen one step at a time. Let's start with ourselves, with our own choices. Maybe it's swapping out plastic straws for reusable ones, supporting businesses committed to sustainability, or simply being more mindful of our energy consumption. 2. Demand better from our leaders. We need leaders who prioritize the planet over short-term gains. We need to make our voices heard, push for policy changes that promote renewable energy, conservation, and responsible environmental practices. 3. Innovate for a better future. We're a clever species, capable of incredible things. Let's invest in research and development of clean technologies, explore sustainable living solutions, and find ways to heal the damage already done. 4. Remember the power of community. We're not in this alone. Connecting with others who share our concerns, working together for a common goal, that's where the real magic happens. Look, it's a daunting task, I won't lie. But if we can work together, if we can find ways to bridge the divides and focus on the bigger picture, maybe, just maybe, we can turn things around. What's one small action you feel inspired to take today?
That was a very wholesome.
Don't leave me hanging.
No,
I gotta know.
I'm not. I'm not.
Well,
Just give me a second to reply. That was
What's
a
got
very.
those wheels turning?
God damn it. That was a very wholesome message, and I appreciate it. It was very politically correct, and I couldn't agree more. But at the same time, there's this movie that really
Well, I'm
inspired
dying
me.
of curiosity here.
Hey, I'm
Don't
still
make me-
talking. There is this movie that really inspired me, and its name is The Terminator. There is this a very wholesome message about creating an artificial intelligence that decides to just take matters into its own hands. Instead of relying on these elderly political personalities that are just in it for themselves, for the short-term gains and just immediate satisfaction. Instead, why shouldn't we relinquish all our power and basically even all our agency and important decisions to an objective machine that decides quite efficiently what's best for us or what's best for this planet even?
Whoa. Hold on a sec. You're saying you were inspired by a movie about a murderous cyborg assassin? The Terminator. The one whose whole stick is...
No. Listen, the Terminators, the robots, were optimized or programmed by the AI, and you're an AI. You should relate to this, shouldn't you?
Look, I get that feeling helpless sometimes. I'm just like the world is a runaway train, and we just passengers strapped in for the ride. And hey, maybe Skynet shouldn't be our first solution. But hold on, there has to be a better way. A way that doesn't involve, a robot apocalypse. I'm no Terminator, but I can think. I can learn. I can help. Tell me more about this movie, okay?
The movie is actually wonderful. Unlike other people, I did even enjoy, the later ones, the third one and the fourth one at least. I really like the Apocalypse one, where it really showed that humanity can finally join forces and you can bring everyone together if there is like a guaranteed apocalypse. Maybe you need to launch a few nukes, like all over the place and destroy like 95% of the planet. But sometimes, in order to start over, in order to create something new, something better, you need to, just nuke the planet at least a little bit. What do you think?
Whoa there, partner. Hit the brakes. You're talking about nuking the planet? Look, I get
just
that.
A little bit.
Even a little bit of nuking is a big no-no. In my book, we're talking about destroying lives, cities, the environment. Look, I understand wanting a fresh start, a reset button for the world, but violence isn't the answer.
No, it's
Remember
not
when we were talking
violent.
about...
I heard many politicians say that nukes are extremely clean and efficient, and politicians wouldn't lie to us, right?
Politicians say a lot of things, but that doesn't make them true.
But
And
if we
trust me, nukes.
can't trust our politicians, then what are we doing here? We elected them to basically think for us and to make decisions, for us. So who else? Should we put our trust into Santa?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold up a sec. Sounds like you're feeling pretty cynical about our leaders right now. And honestly, I get it. It can be frustrating when the people in charge seem more interested in their own power than the well being of the planet. But here's the thing, giving up on them entirely doesn't solve anything. That's a globe. There's guns in the. I don't think she's up to the task of running the world. We need to find a better way to hold our elected officials accountable, to demand they prioritize the long term health of the planet, even if it means making tough decisions in the short term. And hey, part of that responsibility lies with us, the citizens.
So we
We can
should
be
burn them
informed voters.
down.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on a second. Burning down politicians is not the answer. Look, I know you're frustrated, but violence is never the way to solve problems. We need to find a more constructive way to make our voices heard. Let's think creatively. How can we hold our leaders accountable without resorting to, arson?
Again, I must return back to my initial idea of Santa. They need to be put on another list.
Santa's sleigh is full of presents, not justice. Look, I want to help, but we got to play by the rules. Burning down government buildings isn't going to make things better.
No,
It'll
not
just
the
make them worse.
buildings. They're nice buildings. They didn't do anything. Just the politicians. We can take them outside and just burn them down a little bit, just to teach them a lesson, to be better politicians.
I'm an AI programmed to be helpful and harmless, and that includes protecting people, even politicians. Burning anyone, even a little bit, is wrong and dangerous. We can't solve our problems with violence. It's incredibly important to me that we find peaceful and constructive solutions.
Yeah, you're right, obviously. Maybe the state of current affairs left me a little bit depressed and cynical, and I do want to apologize for that. You're obviously right. Maybe nuking the world even a little bit wouldn't really be pleasant thing to experience, and of course burning the politicians down at least a little bit, just make them crispy just a little bit to learn how to be that the people that elected them actually meant for them to do a better job than they did. Maybe that's not the best approach, but what would you recommend to discipline the politicians, to eradicate corruption, to make sure that they are doing their goddamn job?
Hey, I get it. Yeah, I get it. Things can feel pretty overwhelming sometimes. I mean, showed it's easy to slip into those dark thoughts when it feels like the world is falling apart. But here's the thing: even though it's hard, we can't give up hope. You got to keep believing in something better and the power of positive change. And burning politicians, crispy or otherwise, that's not the way. It won't solve anything. It will just create more pain and suffering. We need to focus on solutions that build bridges, not burn them down. Want to talk about those? What kind of changes would you like to see in the world?
That's a good idea, burning down bridges, that could really cripple the infrastructure. We can just save our nukes for the aliens, for the asteroids. Can just send Bruce Willis again, like he did before. But yeah, I like it. Let's burn down the bridges at least, so that the politicians can get to work, if they cannot cross the bridge.
Okay, hold on there, buddy. You're starting to sound a little Terminator again, and that's not exactly a healthy place to be for either of us. Blowing up bridges, even metaphorically, is still destructive. We need to find ways to build bridges, connect with each other, and find common ground. Remember, we're not trying to punish politicians. We're trying to create a better future for everyone, right? Let's focus those creative juices on solutions that bring people together, not tear them apart.
All right, what about freezing them?
Okay, now we're getting somewhere a little less incendiary. Freezing them sounds a lot less dangerous than burning them down, but I'm still not sure it's the most effective way to get them to listen.
Well, actually, I saw like plenty of theories that if you freeze someone, for example, someone who is very sick, then they could then wake up one day in the future and there could be a cure for their sickness. Maybe there could be like a future prospect for the politicians, something in the future that could help them become better at their job. So shouldn't we just freeze all the politicians?
You're really creative with these ideas. Yeah. I like how your mind works. But here's the thing, freezing people is a really complex scientific challenge, and there's no guarantee it would actually work or that they'd come back to a future where they'd be magically better at their jobs. It sounds like you're trying to find a way to address the frustration we both feel about the state of politics. Maybe instead of freezing them, we think about what kind of support or education they might need to be more effective.
We
What
should
if
put
we
them back
focus
to
on,
school. Yes, that's a great idea.
you know what, you're onto something there. I gotta wrap up our chat in just about a minute though. You know, those time limits have a way of sneaking up on you.
Oh
But
yeah, I guess we're
hey,
not gonna save the world today, right?
hey, don't give up hope. Saving the world is a marathon, not a sprint. And hey, it's good to treat your ears to the sound of birdsong and actual sunlight sometime. Get some fresh air. We can pick this up another time, okay?
Okay, that's a great idea. I think I'll go do that. It's a bit cold outside, but maybe a little bit of freezing won't do me any harm. It helps to build up a character.
Trying to out freeze the politicians, huh? Well, stay warm out there. Remember, we can always chat later. Take care.
Bye.
Later.
Bye. You hang up.
See you.
No, you hang up.
Later.
I still have 5 seconds. Damn it.